What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CCVapors. I'm Keith.
I'm Cannon.
And today we're going to do a review on the ECO12 by CigPet. But before we start the review, I'm going to roll back here, back to the back wall. Right here we have an awesome t-shirt from CigVapors, located in St. Louis, Missouri. They're actually our sponsor for today's show. They supplied us with this awesome tank that we're going to do a review on. And their shop information will be below in the description. So check that out afterwards. And let's get to reviewing the tank.
Alright, first thing I'm going to talk about this tank, because it's the first thing you notice, is this rainbow brushed steel finish. It looks really kick-ass on here. Something also really cool is the tip. What's so cool about the tip is whether you get this rainbow or you get the regular steel tank, you never know what the tip's going to look like. CigPet talked about that the way they make all these acrylic tips, the wide bore tips, is the exact same. But when they come out, they don't know what they're going to look like. You could get one that's blue and black, green and black. For myself, I've got kind of like a green, orange, and purple thing going on. So it's kind of like a Christmas Day surprise almost. When you open up the box, you don't know what you're going to get. And so it's just something kind of cool that they've done with their tips and with this tank. Keith's going to go ahead and get to you all about the box, actually.
So whenever you get it, it's wrapped up in plastic like any other box that you receive. You just go ahead and slide this piece off, throw it aside, and open it up. And this is whenever you first discover what color or what your tip looks like. Right inside the box, you'll see it right there. So if you want to pull that foam off, underneath you have your next coil, or your spare coil. This one is actually a 0.15 ohm coil. This one is not like the coil that is in there now. It is double Canthal, just wrapped in a standard coil. So you get that. You get spare glass. Spare glass is always a plus on all of your tanks in case something were to happen to your original glass. And then you get a bag of parts. And actually, I took already a couple things out of here, but I will show you what is in them. The first thing is this awesome rubber band that can go around your tank in case you were to drop it on the table. It takes all the absorbs all of the impact onto the rubber band so it doesn't break your glass as easily. You have your replacement O-rings in case you need to use them for anything or change out the color. And then you get this awesome little black piece, which it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is, but if you take the tip out that comes in there and you put this in, you can use any standard 510 tip. So if you don't like the one that's on there or you want a tighter pull, the wide bore does give more airflow, which is nice. But people who like a little bit harder of a pull, this is perfect for you, and it's great that it comes in the box.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get into what is currently running in my tank. As he talked about, the extra one is a 0.15. That's ranged from 60 watts to 180. I, however, am running the 0.12. The 0.12 is ranged from a 60 watt to a 350 watts. So you get a lot more power out of it. It is a warmer pull on the vape, which is to be expected. Currently, I'm running at 200 watts. And like I said, it is a little warmer, but it's not overbearing. Great flavor with this coil. What's cool about this coil is if you look right in here, it's kind of got the star pattern on the inside. It does have 6 coils on the inside. So you get really good flavor, really good power out of it. The airflow is something I absolutely love on it. You'll see here, you get 2 huge ports on both sides, and it's really easy to adjust the airflow. You just spin this little piece. We both have used this for the last 4 to 5 days, I would say. And we've ran it at both wide open and half airflow, and either way, the thing rips. I mean, I'll take a hit of it, and you can absolutely hear the power in it. And as you see, I cloud out the camera. Great airflow, huge cloud, huge hit. I can't say enough good things about the flavor quality of it. He was running a 6 milligram Swedish Fish, which actually was provided by CigVapors, one of their house juices. I'm running, as always, the No Hype Strawberry Banana Milkshake, favorite juice of all time. But he hit it first, so there was a little bit of Swedish Fish still left in there. But after the first, I'd say 2 to 3 hits of me using it, that Swedish Fish was gone. It does a really good job of pulling that extra juice out of there, and you start getting a consistent hit from your own juice. It does hit strong with the nicotine. It's not overbearing, but it is, as I've talked about before, a true nicotine hit, which is always a plus because you don't want to be using a 6 or a 3 and start getting a hit that's 1.5 or even a 0, because then it's pointless at that point because you got to mess with stuff trying to get it back to normal. So you get a really consistent hit, really good. I love it. I love this finish on here, like I talked about earlier. It really glistens in the light. And it's just, I mean, it's a monster of a tank. It's a 28 millimeter, which on here, which is the Predator, doesn't overhang whatsoever. You still got enough room. You can probably bump it up to a 29 or a 30 if you don't mind a little bit of overhang. It won't be much, but for myself, I really like a really good flush feel. And I really do love this little band. You can't really see it, but it does say iJoy on the band, and this really helps if you knock over on the desk. Takes all of the force off your glass so you don't break it. And even if you do, it is a plus, like we said, that they included an extra glass. Always a plus for a tank, just in case, because accidents do happen. It could be in your pocket, your keys hit it, someone bumps up against you, or catastrophe strikes and you drop it off your desk, drop it out of your hand trying to put it in your pocket. And the blue actually looks really good on there with this rainbow finish. So I mean, I get repetitive by saying it, but I can't say enough good things. It's a monster of a tank, great airflow, great flavor, doesn't get too hot. Like I said, I'm running at 200 watts, and you can sit here and hit it repeatedly without having to worry about anything. Keith, you got anything else for this tank?
Yeah, I have a couple things. So he said we both used it for a couple days. Airflow, tremendous. One knock I have on this is that the airflow knob to turn goes all the way around, which can kind of suck. It means it can just keep spinning in your pocket or something like that, or if you bump into it, it can just keep spinning. But at the same time, it still works. It's smooth to move, so you don't have to really worry about that. It's easy to move if you're driving or something, you're vaping, and you knock it on something in your cup holder and it turns it, so you can easily just move it with one thumb, just like that. And then Ken didn't talk about it, but I will. This is a top fill tank. All you have to do is partially unscrew and then all the way, come straight off, and you have two big sides to fill it up on. It's super easy to fill up. I actually filled it up while we were driving one day. I was able to drive and fill it up. By the way, I do not recommend vaping or dripping while driving, but when you're in desperate times, you do desperate things. But in all, it's a great tank. Super airflow. It's nuts. It rips. It looks really good, and it's one of the new things on the market that should take over. I don't see a lot of flaws with it. Just make sure you prime your coils and rip away.
That's all he got. That's all I got. So thank you for viewing again. As always, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button down below. If you have any questions, I haven't mentioned this before, but if you have any questions about just kind of everyday vaping things, you can drop those down in the comments, and either myself or Keith will answer you, and we'll always let you know who it is. And if you have any feedback about the video, we always love reading you guys' comments, hearing what you have to say. And if you have anything else you would like to see us review, drop that down there as well, and we'll try to see what we can do. That's all I got, like I said. So as always, thank you. Keep vaping on. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to Titanium Vapors for providing us with this kick-ass tank. We look forward to being able to work with them from here on out with other videos. So, thank you guys.
Vape on.